Set. 18 Gator. 36. Switch up. Switch up. Let's go.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to launch this thing way downfield into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Check 52. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Undercrush. Undercrush.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure cut looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Now Griffin steps up, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now it's Griffin. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. K1 short. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on fourth.
Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare. Switch.
He may try and run for this. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. The first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from down in Arizona. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
Let's go. Come on. Exit. Let's 57's right. You ain't got nothing.
This time, Griffin will throw. That's complete. It's Bell. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it's a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Pick me up, though. Shift. Watch the shift. Check. Crunch. Check your hot read. Off.
From the shotgun, Griffin. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Well, that hollow metal sound is the bane of any kicker's existence, and here, that sound is going to keep our game scoreless.
And you can see him give that body English as the ball was in the air. Come on, baby, come on. But no dice that time.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. 2nd and 11. He gets it to Thomas. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
61, matchbox, right. Ready?
Back to throw here. And he's got his target. That's more. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
First down, Panthers.
Down, 50, plant.
54, right, 54, all day.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They don't want keep playing hard, fellas.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Let's get it.
47-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Here we go, 47.
36 to Mike.
Tighten up. Pull it together. Mike, 36. Mike,
26.
Now it's the backup Prescott. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
60 Pittsburgh.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Get it.
They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack. They get the sack on the blitz, but it was 3rd and inches. Are you surprised like I am they weren't running the football there?
I'm right there with you. I would have thought it worst. Quarterback sneak, try and pick up the first down and move on. But instead, I think they thought they could catch him by surprise and maybe hit something deep.
Let's go. Let's go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
The Jets on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Out of the gun, Griffin. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, you need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. And it'll be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain? I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Jets on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Bell. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage, That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. A second quarter score, meanwhile, down in Arizona. And that one is now a 2-touchdown advantage for the Cardinals. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the slant, watch the slant.
Looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Meanwhile, out in Los Angeles, they're in the second quarter now. And the Rams have opened it up to lead by a couple of touchdowns now. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long.
54
To throw is RG3. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
Check, 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 check.
61. Match box. Right. That's it.
3rd and 2, now Griffin. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Stephon Diggs, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Stephon Diggs hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. Boswell for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Schwartz. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now back to throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Quarterback, don't get
Come on. Hustle, hustle.
don't get nervous.
Save. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
On third down, Griffin. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That'd be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
And Lobo.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Go. Mike's 5-4.
Again on 2nd and 10. It's Griffin. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 40.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So from Panther territory now, it's first and 10 right at the 40.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Here we go. Mike, check. 59.
From the gun, it's Griffin. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Push him back. Mike's 5'9".
You're not ready.
59's Mike. Check.
Throwing again. Griffin. He'll get this complete into the hands of Riley Ridley. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 28.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Let's go now. Mike, time to end it. Oh, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Riley Ridley, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it first and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
I hope you brought your left, because I'm about to take you to school.
Hey, Echo. Fine.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Give the sack to Aaron Lynch, the former USF Bull. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
On second down, McCaffrey. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down.
Let's go, defense. Let's go.
Hey, Charlie.
Here we go.
Mike.
They'll drop the throw. He's going to look deep down the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, there defensively to make the play.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 29-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Bell. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They needed a yard. They got it. First down.
On 3rd and 1, it seems natural to just turn and hand it to the biggest guy you have in the backfield. But usually, he's not the primary runner. So for the defense, they're often keying on the running back because he's the guy who gets the ball more often, and the fullback is the blocker. When he ends up carrying the football, that's a heck of a tendency breaker, and now you're just trying to jump on his back and hold on.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now on 2nd and 13. Griffin, and this one caught by Max Williams. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Griffin. And Diggs has it. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A very solid gain of 27.
Jets, first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 24. Play action. It's Griffin. He completes it to Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Once again, Griffin. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Throwing now, Griffin on 1st down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. But it's going to be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go play action. Griffin. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Jared Cook. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of the credit, being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for him.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Back to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man, complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 83 yards as his guys are back within a single score. Gano for the extra point. This no good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Jets on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now. He's been terrific so far. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
Let's go now.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Hey, watch his flat, watch his flat. Watch his flat.
Give me 2 jet bombers. Give me 2 jet bombers.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Cracks, cracks.
They'll run with McCaffrey. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. 2nd and 6. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jarrell Casey make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
He's crashing.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Griffin to throw. Rolling to his right. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. But now it's 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, and we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Set up. 60 outlaw. Get it.
Nifty move. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through plays.
And got his man complete. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore. An 80-yard touchdown as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the fourth quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Get ready.
Hey, Haywood.
Back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And the Jets have got it. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Griffin going to throw it. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Griffin. That's to his running back, complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both, because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send them after the quarterback and then make it.
Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
Watch the whip. Check nickel.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll go again with Bell. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Jets, the playoffs may be out of reach, but the win gets them to 4-8 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Carolina, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.